Hi everyone. Well, I made it. I am now 60 years old. Very, very hard to believe that I can say that I'm 60. I only say that because it's when you're young, when you're a kid, you think it's so far off, and then here you are. Sometimes when you're young, that you feel like you think, like for example, I see my grandma. Well, my grandma never stopped. She was a farmer's wife and country woman, and that woman never ever stopped. I don't ever remember my grandma ever stopping growing up, even in my adulthood. And I was an adult when she died, so I had the honor of privilege of knowing her well into my adulthood. But anyway, you think, I'm not a grandma, but you think of grandmas. But anyways, so number one, forgot to say welcome to Quilted Cactus. The last 60 days have just gone by so fast. I missed one day. Technically I missed yesterday, but if you look at the way I posted, it was Saturday, because the video I was uploading on Saturday night, it was still uploading around midnight, and because it was that long tutorial, it took a while, and I fell asleep. I don't know, it was, last I looked at it, it was around midnight, and I fell asleep, woke up in the middle of the night. It was sitting on my little nightstand. Actually, I had the drawer out on my nightstand, sitting on it. And then when I got up in the middle of the night, I hit my laptop, knocked it on the floor, didn't damage it or anything. It was the middle of the night, and I just said, well, it's already past midnight. I'll just let it, I'll post it first thing in the morning. It's already there. All I gotta do is bring it back up, blah, blah, blah. So technically Saturday I missed, but yesterday I did miss. By the time I got off work, got to church for VBS and everything, because traffic was bad and it took us a while to get there. I didn't have a chance to do really what I wanted to do yesterday anyways. I just kind of wanted to show our theme and stuff, just to show, how much fun the kids will have. And because I was going to film it prior to, of course, before the kids got there. But anyways, we did have a good time last night. Again, I just serve the food. I don't teach or anything. I just serve food, but that's enjoyment, because I see all of the kids doing that when they all come out. They come out in groups at a time as we feed them. But and that's fun, because you talk to them anyway. So anyway, back going again, it's the rest of the week. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the last 60 days. Again, I've posted 59 videos. I don't know how many shorts. I was trying to count. I can tell you my channel has grown tremendously over the last 60 days. Partly, I think, because of my tutorials, things that I've really wanted to work on tutorials. Excuse me. Still fighting these allergies, I'm telling you. I don't know how many more subscribers I got. I mean, it's probably, no, I'm not getting, a massive amount at a time. I'm slowly growing, which I'm very grateful for that. I want to say around 20, maybe more subscribers in the last 60 days, which is great for me. I'm small. I've only got 643 subscribers as of right now. So, that's tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. A lot of it, I think, is by some of the shorts that I put. I do have a lot that came by way of shorts that I've posted, which you probably may have seen. I've posted a few more shorts because I actually did see how well they are received. So you will see some more shorts in the future. But anyways, I've got tutorials out there, which has grown my watch time, average watch time. So that has helped tremendously as far as average watch time. My average watching hours, not my average, but my watch time hours are up. That will help that helps my channel, and the fact that eventually, maybe someday, I may earn something from YouTube. I don't expect, to quit my job. Well, of course I'd love to, not that I want to quit my job, but I'm not there. I'm far from there. Even though I'm 60 and typically 65-ish, people retire. I don't, unless I can grow the channel to the point where it supports me and my husband. I don't see, that in the near future. But the viewership, the feedback, I've gotten a lot of feedback. I've got a couple great followers that are always commenting, which I greatly appreciate those ladies that do that. That really helps me out. I've gotten a few, that I've not heard from before. And it's very, what word I want to say? For lack of a better word, very satisfying to see that somebody is out there, they're watching me, and letting me know they enjoy my videos. Of course, I've gotten one comment when I went and got ice cream after I left my mom's it was probably right after I started my 60 to 60. When I left my mom's and got ice cream, somebody was behind me in line, and I wasn't holding the line up at all. It's a small family-owned Dairy Whip type of deal. And, you drive up to the window, you order at that window, and then you wait at that window for your food. So, and just for someone who all I got was a butterscotch dip top, and my daughter got like what do they call it? Like their version of a Blizzard. I don't think he waited that long. I think he was just, just being whatever. But that's fine. I don't care. I've often wondered if would get odd comments every now and again because my name's on the back of my car. So, I expect that every now and again. That's fine. Of course we don't want, it's a comment. I mean, that helps me out. So, I thanked him for his comment. But anyway, it's been fun. It's been challenging. Trying to get something out each and every day, trying to think of something to put out each and every day. That's always been hard. Some days I just didn't know what to put out. And I even trying to come up with I literally am sitting here thinking, it's 8:00 at night and I had nothing in mind. And I'm like, I got to put something out. I think my husband got so sick and tired of me hearing me say, I got to put some kind of content out. I got to get something out. Just hang with me at least, till my birthday. And then you don't have to hear me say that every single day. And then I would try to come up with, a short, maybe I put out, some things that I'm working on. So that's always, I think that was probably the most challenging part, is putting something out every day. Doing a tutorial, doing a tutorial is not challenging. The challenging part of a tutorial is editing. And this last video, I did a tutorial, and then I paused it in between stops and sewing. And then I tried it where I continued recording it, and then I edited out or sped up did the editing to where I sped those parts up. To me, that's the most challenging part, doing the speed up parts rather than just pausing. Pausing, I think, to me is a lot, works better for me because I don't have a lot of time to edit. Trying to work, put out content and edit, and then just do everyday life. The pausing part will be part of my tutorials going forward, which I still think works really well in that part, because if I show it to you, you don't probably need to see it the second time around. And I feel like I explain it probably well enough, and according to my husband, probably too much or too well, because I repeat it But I feel like doing that little extra repeat sometimes helps, versus you having to rewind, go back and rewind. Because to me, sometimes that's annoying just to have to rewind to hear what they just said. So that's kind of why I do that little repeat action. As far as anything else, I've put out 2 craft shows, 2-day craft shows this whole past 60 days, on top of putting out content every day, working. I think I took 1 week off during this whole 60 days from work, and that was the week between Memorial Day and a craft show. And then that was because I went from 2 weeks between craft shows. There was a holiday, and it was just a lot going on, so I took a week off there. And that week, honestly, I sewed that whole week trying to get ready for the craft show nonstop. But it's actually kind of been fun. It's helped me out, again, knowing that shorts are a good way to build your channel. I know I've gotten a lot of views because of my shorts. So that's always been a good thing. And I got my room, reworked my room that week I was off. So I'm still working on it though. I've not finished organizing. I've not finished going through things. That's kind of a work in progress because I came back from my last show and we got home so late from my last show that I kind of just threw things in the garage and then didn't bring it to the basement till even almost a week later. I'm going to tell you that. And I'm still putting that stuff away because I need to go through it, see actually what's left, and figure out where to go from here and what's selling and not selling. So that's a process with the craft show, because I'm always trying to come up with new ideas into what to bring to a craft show to see what helps. I'm also been working on looking at going into some other craft shows, some more I don't want to use the word upscale, because that's not to say anything about where I've been, because those are great shows that I've gone to, but more I can't think of the word. Some lady told me at my last craft show I need to go into the artesian craft shows. Now, I don't know the ones that I'm trying to get into are necessarily that, but they are a little more directed towards certain areas. They're like very, very strict on certain things. Like literally one I'm trying to get into, you can only have so many people in a booth. They provide you with the chairs. You have certain criteria you got to meet in your booth. Those necessarily I've tried to stay away from, but I think I need to work towards some of that, because I know some of the feedback that I'm getting in my craft shows that I ask too much money for my bags. I don't ask too much money for my bags. I don't ask enough money for my bags. But in order to get what I need out of my bags, I am going to have to go to certain craft shows. That's just the way it is. If I want to keep going to the ones that I'm going to, I do need to shift around some things and rethink some of my bags. But I still want to create my beautiful bags, like my candy bags and things like that, because that's what I want and that's what I love. I want to be more of a boutique style place. That's what I'm looking at. That's the word I'm looking for, a boutique style craft show. I think that's probably the best word to say on the craft show, because again, that's what I want. Where am I going with this? Who knows? I'm rambling, which I always do when I start sitting down and talking. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, just wanted to say, hey, we made it to day 60. Again, I've only not really forgotten, but I've only missed one video, which I think, or one day, which I think that's a huge thing, meaning I don't want to say a huge thing. It's huge that's all I missed. Amidst all the things I just talked about. So, taking a few days off, finishing out the week because I did take today off for my birthday, but I've got rest of the week with between I go back to work tomorrow, and then of course with the VBS. So rest of the week we doing that. This weekend I am going to try really hard to start to work on a new tutorial. The Serafina, I mentioned that in my last table talk. That's what I'm going to start working on this weekend. I will show you a teaser of what the bag is going to look like, because I've actually had it cut for couple weeks now. I cut it before my last show. But this is the flap of my Serafina. So guys, stay tuned. This is, I'm excited. I really can't wait to see how it's going to look. This is my favorite colors that I've got here with that flap. And so I can't wait to get that done and use that. It's an older pattern of Shambhala. It's a 2021. So I think it's, I like the fact that I'm bringing back something, hopefully to bring it back forward for Sammy and her patterns, maybe to revive a little bit. People might see it. Hopefully they might think it's cute. I just love it. It's kind of classic looking. I really think. I'm going to mention this. So I've had this bad habit. I've been rewatching old Columbos. If anybody's not familiar, if he's a younger person, it's a great detective show he was on, I think he started in the late 60s, and he actually ran, I don't know how long, many years, but because he did like a lot of, it was a TV series for a while, but then he did a lot of movie, type, like we called them primetime movies. I don't even remember what they called them back in the day. But anyways, so the shows from the 60s and early 70s I've been watching, and of course, being a bag maker, I noticed women's bags in these shows. I've been taking pictures, literally, I've been taking my camera up to the tablet when I'm watching the shows, because I'll watch Columbo while I'm sewing, and I'll stop and I'll look at the bags, and I'm like, oh, that's a neat bag, that's a cute bag, I really like that style because it's classic looking, and that's what I like. So I'm taking pictures of these bags that I'm seeing on the Columbo. So I love that. I'd love to actually create one of them or a couple of them just to bring back that classic style, and I think that's kind of where I'm going with, and maybe future bags patterns that I can design. Of course, obviously, I'm not going to design anything like this because I won't do that. But stuff that I see in old shows, old movies, that's kind of where I like to lean towards, is just bringing back classic bags designs. And that's kind of like, when I've seen that, I really thought that was neat. I'm rambling again. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we're going to cut it. We're going to cut it here. Guys, thank you so much. Everybody that supported me through my 60 to 60, I so much appreciate it. All of your likes to give me as I post, that has helped me tremendously. All of the comments and the feedback has helped me tremendously, not only personally, but my channel. I hope I haven't lost the ones that, stayed with me on my journey to being 60, and hopefully through my 60th year I can get my channel to grow a great more. I would love that. And maybe by the time I'm 61, maybe I can be at that level where I'm posting a lot more. I'm getting, it's a big growth spurt. I would love that. I'd like to have a growth spurt, not wide, maybe a small growth, but anyway, I'd love to have a growth spurt in my 60th year. So anyways, again, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Anybody who found me and is watching this, if you're not a subscriber, of course, I would love for you to become a subscriber. And don't forget to turn on your notification bells, because this isn't it. I will post a lot more. Again, I've got my Serafina tutorial I'm going to start working on. And I still got all kinds of other stuff that I've got working on. And thanks so much, everybody. I appreciate it. And everyone, you guys, have a great day. I'm going to clock out of here. I'm going to clean up the mess I created this morning. And I'm going to get ready to head out of here to help with the kids. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you. Thanks. Bye.